Ever hear stories about people who make big, expensive mistakes when they roll over their retirement accounts? It happens all too often, and it can be very expensive. Hi, I'm Clark Atterbury, President and Financial Advisor with Atterbury Investment Management. In this video, I go over 12 of the most common mistakes people make when rolling over their retirement plans and how you can avoid them. Whether you're retiring or just changing jobs, this information will help you make sure your hard-earned money stays on track. Leading off our countdown is mistake number 12, the 60-day rollover deadline. If you've received money from your retirement account, the IRS gives you 60 days to put it back in to another retirement plan or IRA. This is a deadline you do not want to miss. If those 60 days slip by and you've not rolled it over, that money can be taxed. And if you're younger than 59 and a half, there's an extra 10% penalty on top. There are a few exceptions for tough situations, but they're not common. Better to get it done right away. Better yet, do a direct rollover. That means the money goes from your old retirement plan directly to the new one without you touching it. That way you don't have to worry about the 60-day deadline at all. Mistake number 11, traditional versus Roth tax implications. Traditional IRAs are tax deferred, so taxes are paid when you take the money out. Roth IRAs, on the other hand, are funded with after-tax money, but you get tax-free withdrawals later. Now, if in the process of rolling over your retirement plan, you intentionally or otherwise convert from a traditional type of account to a Roth type of account, that becomes part of your taxable income for the year. This could result in a shocking tax bill, especially if you're in a high tax bracket. Make sure you're aware of how a Roth conversion will affect your taxes. Having said that, despite the tax hit now, Roth IRAs have great advantages like tax-free growth and withdrawals down the line. It's all about strategy and timing. Doing a conversion during your rollover when your income is lower could lessen the tax impact. Mistake number 10, required minimum distributions or RMDs. Once you reach the age 73, the IRS requires you to start taking out a certain amount each year from retirement accounts like traditional IRAs. These are called required minimum distributions or RMDs. If you're already 73 or older when you're rolling over your retirement account, make sure you take out your RMD for the current year first. Missing this can result in a 25% tax penalty on the amount you should have taken. Get your RMD out of the way before you roll over. This will help you avoid these penalties. Now, figuring out the amount of your RMD is important. It's based on how much you have in your retirement account and your life expectancy. It can be tricky. Speak with a financial advisor to make sure you get it right. Mistake number 9, indirect rollovers and withholding. In an indirect rollover, you get the retirement money directly, and it's up to you to put it into the new account. The IRS, meanwhile, requires the administrator on your old account to withhold 20% of the money they're sending out. But to avoid taxes and penalties, you need to roll over the entire amount, including what was withheld, and you've got 60 days to get this done. If you only roll over the cash you received, not counting the withholding, that missing amount is taxable. This means you might need to top it off with other funds to complete the rollover and avoid that withheld amount being taxed now. Doing a direct rollover instead can help you avoid these withholding complications. Mistake number 8, the impact of a Roth conversion on your taxable income. Moving money from a traditional retirement account to a Roth IRA, this counts as taxable income for that year, so keep that in mind. This increase in your income could bump you into a higher tax bracket, which means you could owe more in taxes. If you're doing a Roth conversion, thinking ahead is key. Maybe consider a partial rollover or plan your rollover for a year when your income is a bit lower. Roth IRAs are great for tax-free growth later on, but you'll want to balance this against the immediate tax impact. Everyone's tax situation is different. Talk with an advisor to make sure you make the right choices based on your personal circumstances. Mistake number 7, not considering investment options and fees. Different retirement plans offer different investment choices. Make sure these options fit your investment goals. Be aware of the fees and expenses in the new plan. Over time, higher fees and expenses will impact how your money grows. Mistake number 6, not reviewing your asset allocation. When you're doing a rollover, it's a perfect time to look over your portfolio and rebalance it to match your current investment goals and risk level. Keeping a mix of different types of investments like stocks, bonds, etc. is a smart way to manage risk. Make sure your new portfolio reflects any changes in your objectives and risk tolerance. Mistake number 5, reviewing current investment performance. If you're thinking about leaving your plan where it has been, take a good look at your existing investments. Are they doing as well as you had hoped? Compare their performance to market benchmarks. This will help you decide if it's smart to keep them or if it's time to move on. Look at how they've done in the past. While it's not a surefire predictor, it can give you a sense of their stability and or growth potential. Also think about how recent changes in the economy have affected your investments. This might influence your rollover decisions. A financial advisor can give you a detailed look at your investments, helping you to make well-informed choices. Mistake number 4 is the quality of the new investment options. When you're considering a rollover, really dig into the new plan's investment options. Look for how they've done in the past. Be sure you understand how the new options fit with your investment strategy and that the new plan offers plenty of ways to diversify. Also look at how much these new investments cost in fees and expenses. Remember, the higher fees and expenses will chip away at your returns over time. Mistake number 3 is failing to consider loan repayment options in your old plan. If you've borrowed money from the old plan, know that doing a rollover might mean you have to pay that loan back right away. If you don't pay it back, it could be counted as taxable income, and there might be extra penalties if you're younger than 59 and a half. Think carefully about your rollover. If you can't pay back the loan, it might not be the right time to move your account. You'll want to look at your plan's rules about loans during a rollover. Every plan has its own set of rules. If paying back the loan isn't possible, consider other options, like leaving your money in the current 401k until the loan is settled. Mistake number 2, spousal considerations. When you're rolling over your retirement funds, think about how this might affect your spouse, especially if you live in a community property state. In a community property state, your spouse might have rights to your retirement money. A rollover decision should be done with both of you agreeing. Double check that the beneficiary choices on your new IRA reflect your current marriage situation and fit with your estate plans. Also think about how a rollover, especially a Roth IRA, could change your combined taxes. A good advisor can create a rollover plan that's just right for your needs and goals. And finally, mistake number 1 is not consulting a financial advisor. Retirement rollovers can be complicated. A good financial advisor can offer you invaluable insights to help you avoid common costly mistakes. Everybody's financial situation is unique. A good advisor can create a rollover plan that's just right for your needs and goals. A good advisor will have a lot of experience about investments, long-term planning, and tax consequences, making sure you look at the big picture. And beyond just the rollover, a good financial advisor can help you manage your portfolio over time. If you're considering rolling over your retirement plan, I'd suggest you team up with a good financial advisor. If you don't have one or you aren't sure about the one you have, reach out to us to see if we might be a good fit. To learn more, watch these next.